Carrey was born in Newmarket, Ontario, Canada, to Kathleen (nee Oram), a homemaker, and Percy Carrey, a musician and accountant. He was raised Catholic and has 3 older siblings, John, Patricia, and Rita. His mother was of Irish and Scottish descent, and his father was of French-Canadian ancestry. The family's original surname was Carr. Jim Carrey discovered his talent at 8 and wrote to Carol Burnett at 10 expressing his desire to be on her show. A fan of Monty Python, Carrey appeared on Monty Python's Best Bits, mostly, in 2014 and talked about the impact of Ernest Scribbler's character on him, his performance style resembling Palin's. Carrey grew up in Scarborough, Ontario, attending Blessed Trinity Catholic Elementary School, and later Aldershot High School after moving to Burlington, Ontario. Facing financial hardship, his family experienced homelessness, their situation improving when his father got a job at the Titan Wheels tire factory in Scarborough. The family, including sons Jim and John, lived across from the factory and worked as janitors and security guards for 8-hour shifts starting at 6 p.m. Jim attended Agincourt Collegiate Institute after moving back to Scarborough but dropped out at 16, opting to pursue comedy in downtown Toronto while working at the factory. In a 2007 interview, Carrey stated that he might be working at the Dofasco Steel Mill in Hamilton, Ontario if his entertainment career hadn't been successful, as he believed those were great jobs. At 15, Carrey's first stand-up experience was at Yuck Yuck's Comedy Club in Toronto, facilitated by his father. Wearing a polyester leisure suit chosen by his mother, Carrey's impersonations failed to impress the audience, making him question his comedic potential. Yuck Yuck's owner, Mark Breslin, later described Carrey's debut as "bad rich little." Carrey's family struggled financially, making it challenging to support his show business aspirations. Carrey's family's financial situation improved, and they moved to Jackson's Point, where he returned to performing in 1979, securing his first paid gig at the Hayloft Club for $20. He overcame his fears and returned to Yuck Yuck's, progressing from open mic nights to regular shows and building his reputation. While gaining popularity in Toronto, Carrey auditioned for NBC's Saturday Night Live, SNL, in 1982-81 but was not selected. Instead, he took a voice acting role on CFMT TV's The All Night Show, performing Clutch Cargo-inspired bits. He later hosted SNL in 1996, 2011, and 2014. In February 1981, 19-year-old Carrey, performing in Toronto, was booked as the opening act for Godot at the Roxy Theatre in Barrie but was booed off stage. However, 2 weeks later, a positive review of Carrey's act appeared in the Toronto Star, leading to increased demand for his performances. In April 1981, he appeared on the TV show An Evening at the Improv and landed a main role in the TV movie Introducing Janet, which premiered in September 1981 on CBC, further boosting his comedic status in Canada. Carrey then gained recognition in the United States, leading to comedian Rodney Dangerfield signing him for tour performances. By December 1981, the Toronto Star reported that Carrey was awaiting a U.S. work permit due to interest from Johnny Carson's Tonight Show. In early 1982, Carrey auditioned for The Tonight Show but was advised to improve his act, so he returned to Toronto, toured North America as Rodney Dangerfield's opening act, and performed to sold-out shows at Massey Hall on 19 June 1982. In early 1983, Carrey moved to Hollywood and began performing at the Comedy Store with the goal of appearing on The Tonight Show, but a disappointing set at the Improv led to his booking being cancelled. Despite struggling in Los Angeles, Carrey remained popular in Toronto, performing at BB Magoon's for 3 nights in late April 1983 and being featured on CTV's W5. Back in LA, he landed the lead role in NBC's sitcom The Duck Factory and a supporting role in Warner Bros.' comedy Finders Keepers, filmed in Alberta in late summer 1983. In late November 1983, Carrey debuted his impressions on The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson, promoting his sitcom. On Thanksgiving 1983, 21-year-old Carrey performed impressions of various celebrities and characters on The Tonight Show, receiving approval from Carson but not an invitation to the couch. At the end of 1983, Carrey returned to Toronto for a New Year's Eve performance at the Royal York Hotel's Imperial Room. Originally scheduled to start airing in January 1984, the Duck Factory sitcom debuted in April, airing Thursdays at 9:30 p.m. between Cheers and Hill Street Blues. The same month, Carrey took a job hosting the 1984 UNO Awards ceremony held in Toronto at the Royal York Hotel's ballroom. By the time he made his debut appearance on NBC's Late Night with David Letterman in late July 1984, the network had already cancelled the Duck Factory. Carrey went back to touring with his impressionist act, including often opening for Rodney Dangerfield. In early 1985, Carrey landed a starring role in Once Bitten after being noticed doing stand-up by producer Samuel Goldwyn Jr. Throughout late summer and early fall 1985, he also shot a supporting part in Peggy Sue Got Married and auditioned for Saturday Night Live, SNL, for the 1985-86 season but was rejected. Despite receiving poor reviews, Once Bitten was released in mid-November 1985 and became a modest box office hit. In fall 1986, Carrey auditioned for SNL again but was rejected despite performing for executive producer Lorne Michaels. Carrey then decided to develop a new live comedy act that included observational and character humor instead of only impressions. From 1990 to 1994, Carrey became a regular cast member of the ensemble comedy television series In Living Color, which helped him land his first few major film roles. Carrey suffers from depression and took Prozac to combat the symptoms for years. He later said that he no longer takes medications of any kind and abstains from coffee, alcohol and drugs. He received U.S. citizenship in October 2004 and remains a dual citizen of the United States and his native Canada. Carrey has lived in Brentwood since 1994 and was banned from entering Russia in November 2022. Carrey was married to Melissa Warmer in 1987 and they have a daughter Jane Erin Carrey, born in 1987. The couple divorced in 1995. Carrey's second marriage was to Lauren Hawley on 23 September 1996, lasting less than a year. He was engaged to Renée Zellweger from 1999 to 2000 and later had relationships with January Jones, 2002, and Jenny McCarthy, 2005 to 2010, remaining friends after their breakup. Carrey and Catriona White, a makeup artist from County Tipperary, Ireland, dated from 2012 to 2015. White died on 28 September 2015 from a drug overdose ruled a suicide, and Carrey was a pallbearer at her funeral in Ireland. Carrey attended the 2019 Golden Globes party with his then girlfriend Ginger Gonzaga, whom he dated for less than a year.